Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the predictions and breakdowns. Today we're taking a look at Road to UFC Macau Day 1 and 2, which is coming up tomorrow and the day after, May 28th and 29th, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are early cards. I am not doing a full predictions and breakdowns for these cards because I do not like the Road to UFC that much. I think these guys are kind of awful, but we are still going to look at the fight cards that, or the bouts that are on the UFC, which is Rong Zhu and Victor Martinez, and then the other one which is on the next day, which is I think Ming Shi against Pusha Tomar. But we are going to go through both of those cards right now. Let's get right into it, starting off with some early prelims. The card is also all over the place. They all are ticketed as main cards because it's just the Road to UFC, but we're just going to take a couple looks at them here. Ryoyu Miyaguchi versus Chung-Ren Korin. I'm going to go with Miyaguchi. He's a fucking absolute devastator on the feet. Korin does not really belong anywhere inside the UFC. This guy kind of looks lackluster. He fights half shitty competition, and he doesn't really deserve to be anywhere close to the Road to UFC, if I'm being honest. I think he's kind of bad, and if I'm being honest, based on statistics, guys that come from India do not do that well in the UFC, so we're just going to go with Ryu, and the fact that Korin's missed weight already. He doesn't show to be consistently on his game, so they had to skip this fight to 140 catch weight, which is kind of crappy, but it is what it is. Next fight we're going to look at, I don't really care about Dant and Alex Cezanne or whatever his name is. Probably going with Dant and his Muay Thai like kickboxing, but we're going to skip over that. Hatiao T versus Rio Tijma, excuse me, or Tajma. We're going with Hatiao T to win by knockout, most likely. He's just kind of really aggressive on the feet. Rio Tajma, again, not really a whole lot of tape on this guy. He's from Pancras, and Pancras, we know, they kind of seem to fight each other a lot. They do not really fight high-level competition either. They kind of are just in a mixed, shitty circle. So I'm just going to go with T, probably seeing more opposition, probably seeing better mixed martial artists, and the fact that he's 18-6, a little bit more out there, 25 years of age, looking to get a little bit more respect on his name. Next on the main card, Murdoch. I mean, you can't pick Murdoch. I don't really know with this fight. This one's kind of close. Again, not really a lot of tape on either of these guys, but a lot of tape on Murdoch and the fact that this guy's pretty much just an aggressor, and I think Minami is exactly the same. So we're just going to stay away from this fight. If you're looking at it, the rest of these guys, I'm not going to lie to you. The only one that I know about is George Mangos next, and that's who we're picking to win by knockout. Yanaga, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Again, Pancras guy. Don't like that shit. Japan prospect, but George Mangos. Out of Australia, a little bit better. Did lose on the Contender Series to Radley De Silva, but it was a tough fight. Did end up getting to the scorecards. De Silva, again, the British Columbian. Little bit of a lackluster performance from him as well. Trying to get back to the UFC, he is, but I think Mangos proved that he's a little bit better than half these guys that are in the Road to UFC, and probably will show it against Yanagwa tomorrow at, I think it's like 7 a.m. for that fight. Make sure you don't miss that one. Bing Ji versus Yuri Kayati. I really thought Ji won against Kyangji Zhu on the Road to UFC last year. It was a split decision that was really close, but I really felt like Zhu lost that fight. I thought he got out-aggressed in the second and third round, and I thought Bing Ji pulled it out. So I'm going to go with Bing Ji. I don't know anything about Yuri Kayati, but I do know that Bing Ji was here before. He was a very good, aggressive style fighter, and I think that this just benefits a lot of guys because a lot of guys are a little bit starstruck when it comes to the UFC. Bing Ji's been there. He was on the main stage, and he is looking to take over here against Yuri Kayati to make it back into the win column and make it closer to the UFC. Bing Ji, I think, is sitting at like a minus 300. Smash it all day if that's what you're betting. Otherwise, you can look for this next fight right here. Rong Zhu versus Victor Martinez. Just picking Rong Zhu to win by knockout. Rong Zhu just been a really aggressive style fighter for his entire UFC tenure. Again, a Road to UFC guy I don't really like all that much, but Victor Martinez does not belong inside the UFC at all. He hasn't really had a good fight in 2 years. He got knocked out by Jordan Leviat, which is not a very common occurrence. He usually gets submitted. And Rong Zhu is just a bit on a fucking tear. Beat up Cody Steele, beat up Austin Hubbard, almost knocked out Chris Padilla before getting elbowed right in the eye. That was a nasty elbow by Taco, I'm not going to lie. Taco Padilla, the GOAT. But Rong Zhu here realistically should have no problem It should be a really, really easy fight for Rongju. It should be a walk in the park, and it should be a very easy victory for Rongju on the top of the prelims. Excuse me, the top of the main card to get it done inside his native hometown of China, or not hometown, I guess, but homeland, excuse me, of China. And they were kind of just gifting him a win on home soil, I'm not going to lie. Next, we can take a look at the next Road to UFC day as well, day 2. Again, like I said, this is not a full predictions and breakdowns. I don't have a pick for every single fight for you guys, but I will try my best to give you just a couple. Ryogi Arimoto versus Joseph Larensnis, or whatever his name is. We're going to go with Big Sexy. He should be able to mop up Ryoga. Shouldn't really be an issue whatsoever. I think he's got a lot of capability to finish him as well on the feet. Ryoga, 5'3", doesn't really belong in the weight class. Should probably be an atom weight in 1, but probably doesn't want to see that whatsoever. Probably wants to make his way to the UFC. I just don't see him beating Joseph Larensnis, whatever the fuck his name. I'm just going to go say Joseph. Jesus Christ, this is terrible. I just don't see him beating Joseph. A little bit too aggressive on the side of Joseph, and he's just going to be able to just move forward and probably submit Arimoto when he gets into some desperate exchanges after he loses on the feet. Next, I guess Machi Fukuda, Jesus Christ, versus Togo Tanav. Oh no, I don't even, dude. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know. And Alea, I don't give a fuck. I don't really care about what this girl's name is. If you can't, it's like when you're reading the back of like a Pepsi bottle or something. If you cannot pronounce the ingredient, you don't pick it. And you know what? I can't pronounce that, so we're not gonna pick it. Machi Fukuda to win. All right, she's gonna win on the cards. Next on the main card, Arisa Matsuda versus Bo Meng. Bo Meng fucking sucks, but Arisa Matsuda, not really a lot of fights inside of her career. Not really a whole lot going for Bo Meng out of the one FC championship. Fighting low-level competition, but probably a little bit better than Matsuda. Probably going to pick Bo Meng to win. Just fighting out of Thailand. Going to be a little bit aggressive. Matsuda's not going to be getting those takedowns either. She's going to get beat up on the feet. She used to be a baseball star from what it seems like. I don't know, man. She might get beat up pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if she can hang on the feet that long. She's 8-0. Never really been tested. I think that her worst fight was some girl in Japan. No, Xiao Kan Feng. That's the girl that got chinned by Ming Shi, huh? Yeah, it was. Look at that. Look at that. I'm remembering a lot. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Matsuda, too tough for me to pick here. Next on the... What the... Are these women? That's a girl? Yeah, I think we're picking the half man here. I'm just not even going to pick that fight. Next, we're just going to pick the Ming Shi versus Pusha Tomar because the rest of these fights are absolutely awful. I'm not going to lie to you guys. If I'm being 100% realistic, if you put money on any of these... Oh, actually, Farida Abduve versus Xiao Kan Feng. We're going with Xiao Kan Feng to win on the scorecards. She is the best fighter out of China right now, hands down. Ming Shi did catch her with a head kick, but she was losing that fight up until that point. And Farida, not really any good competition on the side of her. And Xiao Kan Feng, a lot better, a lot more significant, a lot of ways to win. Way better as a mixed martial artist. She will probably find the victory no matter what. Next, like I was talking about, main card, Ming Shi versus Pusha Tomar. We're going with Ming Shi to win by knockout. I think Pusha Tomar is dog shit. She literally chinned Joanna Bannon, couldn't get the finish, and just got put into an armbar and got submitted. Like, she's terrible. She's probably one of the worst fighters I've ever seen in my life. Ming Shi, consistently, the doctor has found her way through and through. Desperate times in her fights. She's been in a lot of bad situations. She's been gifted a lot of really bad spots, and she's been fortunate enough and smart enough to get her way the fuck out of it, and she just is able to get herself to the scorecards no matter what, or end up with a finish. Excuse me, on the feet. Ming Shi is an absolute demon. The girls moves forward really well. Xiao Kan Feng knockout. Huaxiong Dong split decision as well, where she was a plus 300 underdog. She did lose to Bruno. Brazil got beat up on the feet, couldn't get on the inside. Brazil just leaving a lot to desire out there with the jabs and stuff. But Ming Shi, again, Another Road to UFC card. It's probably his like 4th fight in a row or 5th fight in a row on the Road to UFC. But Pooja Tamar, dog shit. She's not going to win. There's no way I see her winning. And I just don't really think that there's anything to talk about here. Pooja Tamar is terrible. This girl should not even be inside of the UFC. And she probably is going to get kicked out with this loss against Ming Shi. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. This was the Macau Day 1 and 2 full... Well, not full, but card predictions breakdown. I will have the UFC Fight Night Davidson Figueiredo versus Song Yadong predictions and breakdown by tomorrow or tonight. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace.